I'm going to be talking a lot more about experiences. We're going to be having experiences. You're going to find some of you that you get very frightened, and that's good. That's an experience, getting frightened. Like, oh my gosh, to have this kind of freedom, to be able to choose a safe space and choose experience, it's a little bit frightening, a little overwhelming. So let's begin right away. We'll need that Merabh music. And I'll need you to take a good deep breath. We've chosen the safe space. It is so. It is so. We're in this beautiful safe space together. So we've got the human who really, I think, has the fun part of the Trinity. The human gets to go deep into experience, discovery, exhilaration, experience. Experience in life is really the same word, spelled a little different. And the I Am said to the human, go into experience. I will never, ever judge you. The I Am, the soul, is incapable of judging. Incapable of right or wrong. Imagine that for a moment. That sometimes you say, I have such a longing to know my divine, my soul again. I have such a desire for that connection, but you see, as long as you hold things against yourself, you're turning your back on the I Am, on the soul. The soul doesn't care, because the soul is always present. The soul doesn't care. It's just part of the soul's experience, pretending that it's not connected with the soul. The human has such an interesting role in its facet, to be the part of the soul that experiences things. The soul never for a moment worries about death. There is no death. Nor does the soul judge, nor does the soul think one day is better than another, one lifetime better than another. Now we've got the human, filled with experiences but not knowing what to do with them, filled with a lifetime of experiences, not knowing what to do with it. Well, typical of the human, it says, what am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to figure this all out? What does this mean? Maybe I did something wrong. And what does a human do then? It goes right back into another experience. I guess it's an obsession with the human. Or maybe just its role to be one that experiences. What happens so often, though, what actually created this phenomena called reincarnation, the human keeps saying, I have to go back and back and back into experiences to learn a lesson, to maybe come to some enlightened spiritual concept. I have to keep going back. Reincarnation is an unnatural reality. The consciousness, the motivation of humans actually created it. In the original creation of this planet, there was no formula for reincarnation. Back then, even the animal kingdoms and the plant kingdoms, they didn't incarnate. And once humans started doing it, everything started doing it. It's gotten into this crazy cycle. Keep going back. Kind of a consciousness that in order to understand my experiences, I have to have more experience. That's kind of a never-ending road, you know. To try to figure out all this, I just need to dive into more experience, hoping that perhaps a new experience might provide the clues, the keys, the answers. And it doesn't. It's just another frickin' experience. So we come to this point, this beautiful point, and this I love this because we go past a lot of the lectures and the concepts and the theories that we've been talking about for years. We get to this point, and it's about diving into conscious experience, but experience that has wisdom. So right now, let's invite in that facet of you. It's been hidden for a long time, but like me, it's always been there. Never been gone, just been ignored. That facet is called wisdom. Wisdom of every experience you've ever had in this lifetime. It's what I also call the master. The master. It's a facet of you. It's always there. Let's call that in right now. How do you do that? Well, it's like choosing the safe space. I choose awareness of the master. And therefore it is. So we invite in the presence of the wisdom of every experience in this lifetime. And then simply ask the Master to share that wisdom with you, but without words. Find yourself floating with the Master on the music. Don't put it to words, though. Go deep into the music. Feel what wisdom is rather than think what wisdom is. Let the Master now share with you the entire beauty of wisdom of every experience in this lifetime. But do it without words, simply through the music. Don't fight it, just float with it. It's all. You already made a choice to receive the wisdom of the Master. Do it without words. I love music because it's a great carrier of pure consciousness. Without words is actually much easier than with words. I know the human mind struggles a bit. It wants words, it's even trying to put words around this right now, but actually you'll realize that you get so much more initially without the words. It's a feeling, it's a knowingness, it's a sense. The mind says, but it needs to be defined, but we go beyond the mind. We go to the unthinkable. And the master then gently delivers all the wisdom of this lifetime. You don't have to go into every day, every year, every experience. The master distills very efficiently. This is part of you. This is a natural ability of you to distill it. Bring it down to a simple but yet profound feeling. It's right there. That's it, all the wisdom. And yes, the mind will say, but what did I get? Or what did I get? I got everything. Okay, let's take a good deep breath with that. Take a good deep breath and relax. It's all there. That's how Tobias taught Calder how to channel. Not in linear time, but to receive the whole essence. And then let it just be for a moment. Let it be in the body. Let it be in consciousness. And then, after it is absorbed, assimilated into the human being, then it can be put into words. It's how these channels go. It's unraveled, put into words, but all the feeling is there. When you were watching the video earlier, it was all right there. Now we're just going back and experiencing and perhaps defining what came through. Now, take a good deep breath and bring that into the human. Everything that you felt, even if you didn't feel anything. Now let the master and you put this into words. What is the wisdom of all the experiences of this lifetime? And now listen carefully as the words come. Comes from the master. It may sound like your voice, but it's simply the way it appears to come in. But listen, let these words from the master come to you about this lifetime. Okay, good deep breath. And just let it soak in now. The mind would like to analyze or wonder if it's real or wonder if you really got it. Just stop, just be in the experience for a moment. An experience of hearing yourself. of not having to create yet another experience to try to figure this all out, but having the experience of simply connecting with the Master, with the wisdom. That's it. Opening that doorway between the human and the wisdom. Let's take a good deep breath,